Oh, Monica got rid of the eye. Monica got some sleep. Either she got some sleep or she used makeup. Okay, everyone. I know that we don't have a full club at the moment, but the show must go on, right? So let's just take it easy and share poems with each other, all right? Right, sharing poems. How long have we done this with each other? No, this time around, I don't feel as lost as to who will show my poem to. So Sayori will be my first choice. As I walk up to school, to Sayori, school. As I walk up to Sayori, I stop in my tracks when I realize he forgot that I'm the one who helped you write your poem this time, didn't you? Yeah, kind of. However, you never showed me yours. That's true. I wanted it to be a surprise. She reaches into her bag and pulls out her poem. Here you go. Clear skies ahead. Weather outside is really nice. I take all 4 bottles and carry them outside. The air is nice and the wind is gentle. I have to make sure I don't drop these bottles. They're important to my friends. Oh, there's a storm over there. I need to protect the bottles. It starts to rain. The rain clouds, they just won't... Oh, never mind. He's right here, carrying an umbrella for me. He has a bottle too, with my name on it. Aw, that's cute. That's adorable. Sayori beams as he finishes reading her poem. It's her style, but the tone of it feels wildly different than any of the other ones I've seen from her. What do you think? I kind of just let my feelings turn into words for this one. I can tell. It's very nice. Nice to see that you're feeling better, Sayori. I don't really know how to say it out loud, honestly. People say I'm good at reading other people's emotions and stuff. But when it comes to my own, my brain starts to scramble and dance around. Almost like it's avoiding explaining anything altogether, you know? Yeah, I understand. Still, it's nice you're able to express yourself using poems. I think that makes you a terrific writer. Thanks, Zero. Now go see the other girls' poems. Right away, Miss Vice President. Natsuki's talking with Monica about her poem. Strangely enough, it looks like Monica doesn't have a poem out to share. Rather, it only seems that way. Possible she hasn't gotten a good chance to share hers yet. Wait a few moments for Natsuki and Monica to finish talking before I walk up to Natsuki to share my poem. A few minutes go by, and Monica walks off towards the front of the room, which indicates my go-ahead to show Natsuki my poem. Hey, Natsuki, ready to exchange poems? Jeez, when you ask it like that, it sounds really lame. Well, how else am I supposed to ask it? Whatever. Can I see your poem now? Playfully roll my eyes as I hand Natsuki my poem, and she hands me hers. Fluffy Friends. That's what it's called.
Fluffy Friends.
Fresh air feels nice. Fluffy clouds look nice. The new friends are nice too. Fluffy friends and fluffy new things. It feels good, this fresh air. The boy was pretty weird. He just came for snacks. But I liked this boy. He was a good friend. My first fluffy friend. The girl was pretty quiet. She wanted to be left alone. I didn't like this girl, but she became a good friend. Another fluffy friend. The second girl was pretty loud. She wanted to see everyone happy. I wanted to see her happy too. She became a good friend. A third fluffy friend. The final girl was pretty strange. She wants what's best for everyone. I like this girl. Became a good friend. My final fluffy friend. Fresh air feels nice. Fluffy clouds look nice. And my fluffy friends are nice too. Aw, that's also cute. Very in line. Well, what do you think? Pretty good. Meaning was clear and I didn't get lost on any of it. Guess that's why I've always liked your poems. Good. Like I've said before, you don't need super complicated vocabulary to have deep meanings in your poems. I agree. And hey, nice to know I'm your, fluffy friend? Good. I brace for impact to take shelter behind her poem.
She wrote it. Why is she upset?
Saying it out loud. It's personal. Ugh. Guess that's true. I did write it after all. There you go.
Yeah, see?
An opportunity knocks on the door. Okay, but I want to hear you say it. What?
Huh?
Come on. I want to hear you call me a fluffy friend. No, I'm not doing that. Aw, come on. Where's the harm in saying it out loud? You already wrote it. Now you just need to say it. Zero, I'm not going to say that. You're stupid if you think I'd even consider saying that out loud. There's a reason I wrote it in my poem, idiot. She completely snaps. Okay, I yield. I was only teasing you. As he completely goes silent. Okay, I'm sorry. No, really, I am. I want to hear what you thought of my poem. Now she's mad. Ah, jeez. Maybe I pushed it too far this time. Natsuki? Okay, seriously. It was my bad for making fun of you like that. It was a bad call. I really am sorry. I was really rude, Zero. Sounded just like my other friends there. Do you really think it was a good idea to make fun of someone's poem like that? I mean, I put a lot of thought into this last night. A little disappointing that's all you got out of it. Jeez, I'm stupid and I messed up. I'm sorry. Alright, what's all this yelling about? I have cracked a pretty bad joke about Natsuki's poem. Monica gasps. Zero, how could you do that? Making fun of someone else's poem after they put so much love and thought into it. Shame on you.
Bro, he said sorry.
I said I was sorry. I didn't mean it, alright? Just thought it would have been funny. Still, Zero. I know we haven't done this in a while, but... Okay, Monica, that's enough. I don't need your help. I already yelled at Zero enough as it is. Oh, alright then. Hopefully you guys work this out between yourselves. Can't have any extra drama in the club after all. Extra? Monica walks off without another word. All the while Natsuki continues to throw daggers.
Girl, you're the drama.
So, we good now? That really hurt. Especially after I started to consider you one of my first true friends. Jeez,
no.
Natsuki, I really am sorry. I don't know what else I could do to prove that. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just reminded me too much of what people always tease me about. How my writing's very childish or whatever. It's annoying when you want to share your writing and if you share your writing with others, then they just make fun of you or don't take you seriously, you know? Who's she talking about? I don't remember anybody here making fun of her writing. Other than Yuri, maybe, but even then, it was more of a heated argument rather than Yuri blatantly making fun of her writing. This feels like something a little more than that. I'm not saying you're like them, it just reminded me too much of that, and I'm just getting really tired of it. Sorry for lashing out at you, too. I didn't mean to yell at you like that, or call you an idiot. I'd be satisfied if you just remembered to respect my writing a little more if I'm being honest with you. Of course. I'll be sure to remember that. By the way, I liked your poem a lot, even though it is a bit obvious that it isn't yours. Yeah. Still not the best at writing poems. Still, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Terry's a good writer, and an even better friend. You need to defend anything, dummy. As for your other poems, I thought you were okay at them. Not better than me, of course. That gives me a friendly shove. Thanks for sharing with me. I'll go show Sayori my poem now. Yeah, it was nice to read yours too. And I'm sorry again. Truly, I am. Asuna grabs her poem and looks away from me. I really do feel terrible about what I said. I actually do want to comment on this. So, while I was reading that, I was like, so at first, I was like, damn, man, I just thought it was just, playful teasing. However, I then kind of put into the rationale that she doesn't know him that well yet,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, because I kind of put in the rationale of if her and MC were better, because we're better friends, because let's be real here. They even bring up the fact that MC really only started to really become friends with them, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
Even with Natsuki, the person who canonically in this mod, he went down her route and talked to her the most. He only really started to kind of become friends. I feel like he could have got away with that teasing if him and Natsuki were closer. Then you could have definitely got away with something like that. Because even Natsuki kind of teases him about a bit. But, Natsuki obviously just kind of having friends who treat her like shit. She isn't fully sure if MC is like those people or not. So I think that's why I definitely struck a chord,
Yeah.
Because it's way easier to set apart people like that and people who aren't if you're really close with that person. Because then you fully know that person's intentions. You fully know they're fucking around, that. Because, you've been with them for so long, they're just fucking around. So I feel like MC definitely could have got away with it if he knew Natsuki for longer. But since in this he really doesn't, even if Natsuki considers him her first true friend, that was still only a few weeks ago or a week ago, not even a week ago. I was gonna say, like, maybe a few weeks ago. like, they're still not there yet, basically.
So, have you made amends?
I sheepishly hand my poem over to Monica. Yeah, it was pretty obvious that I really did get her upset. He also decided to keep pushing it, so that didn't help. Exactly, yeah, that was the other thing for sure. He definitely did push it a little too much. He definitely should have given up a little quicker when she wasn't gonna do it. Yeah, like, he definitely pushed it a lot also. I feel like they were very close on Sunday. They were close, but not close, you know? They were just getting romantically involved. They weren't actually, you know, friends and that stuff. He still didn't really know, like, almost anything about Natsuki at that point. Bro's still going down typical visual novel love route. Or he didn't even get to learn a lot about her yet.
Of course you did, Zero. You made fun of her poem. That's something I never expected from you, honestly.
I mean, Natsuki and I are pretty close when the club started, so I guess I thought a joke like that would have been okay to make.
That's true. I forgot about that.
But we never talked about that with anybody. Mostly between us.
You know me. I always know more than you think.
Alright then. By the way, where's
Why
her
did you
poem?
say that?
Also, yeah. Why did you say that?
Don't say that.
Don't say that. Well, yeah. So he defends it, saying, well, me and Natsuki got pretty close. That he underestimated how close they were. So even he knows if they were closer, it would have been fine. Because, yeah, it's like, I don't think that line... Like, if you put that line in, like, let's say a Natsuki route of a mod, I think you'd be totally okay. It'd be totally fine. Even if other people made fun of her writing in the past, she'd be totally fine with it because she knows that the person she is currently talking to isn't like those people.
Yeah.
I stalk people.
I know more than you think. Don't say that.
I'm suffering. Please help me.
By the way, where's her poem? I didn't see you give one to Natsuki.
Right here.
Monica simply hands me a poem, but she takes mine. She does have one after all. Just spawned it. Masked man.
A little girl lay in a field. Counted the stars, she counted the clouds. Day by day, she counted the stars and clouds as they flew by. But each day, a man, cloaked in black, would steal her memories away. He would start from zero. Masked man thought he would bring her great suffering. The little girl was happy to keep counting, for that was her purpose. Hello, world.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, yes, yeah, so. Each day, man, Clay, I would steal her memories away. So obviously, that's just supposed to be someone she doesn't know. Obviously, the masked man represents literally nothing. She doesn't know who it is. But the little girl was happy to keep counting, for that was her purpose. Lose her so wait, is she losing? So now, is she losing memories of the side stories? Hey, yo, vigilante reference. Oh, thank you for the reference, Gizzy. I appreciate it. I don't know. I'm definitely curious as to what this means.
What do you think? Hopefully you don't have any distasteful jokes to say about my poems as well.
No, not at all. It's nice. I'm guessing it has something to do with not knowing stuff.
Exactly. I guess it really does depend on one's circumstances, however. Like this poem, I actually value the harsh truth over a happy lie.
Huh? Really? What if that truth brings you great pain?
And I do my best to power through that pain. It's understood the truth can set somebody free. If it ever came down to it.
Well, I don't know what I'd do. Ah, okay. Now I get the poem. The poem is basically saying the masked man is a representation of Monica being told that her memories are fake. So it's taking away her quotations, taking away her memories. By basically saying, by invalidating them, technically, I guess is what the meaning is. It's invalidating her memories by telling her the truth. And it says she's happy to continue counting because, as she's pointing out here, she's happy that she's able to create new memories knowing the truth. Is what she's trying to say, I think, here.
think that's what the poem's supposed
Yeah.
to be. See ya, Kraz.
Well, I don't know what I'd do.
Hey, she says, hey, if it ever came down to it. What do you mean?
I don't really know, actually.
I see. Why can I stay silent for a while? And over here now, it's Sayori across the room discussing their poems with each other. Hearing how passionate Sayori is about this stuff is heartwarming. It does seem like she's getting better day by day.
Hey,
What's up?
I think it's really nice we've gotten to talk to each other like this. Been a while, hasn't it?
She's talking through him.
Oh.
Yeah, it really has. Oh, never mind. Oh, no, it's... oh, no, I know she is talking through him. You know, she's definitely talking through him, I think.
He's like, what are you?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, let's see.
Sayori's kept you so
Years.
distracted. Must be tough trying to help her out all on your own.
Yeah, I'm lying if I said it wasn't a huge challenge. Sometimes wonder if I'm even doing the right thing.
What do you mean?
Okay, she's not talking through him. Never mind. She's
I was
actually
gonna
talking
say,
to him.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I love the idea of like him responding to her, and then her just being like, "Shut up! I'm not talking." To
That's
you.
what I thought she was gonna do, but I was like, oh no, yeah, it could be a little bit of both though. But she's also talking to him, I think.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, after everything that's happened, I'm almost certain she thinks that I'm only doing this just because of what happened, rather than being from the heart.
I understand now.
Yeah, I don't know how to prove it to her either.
Well, I hate to break this to you now, Zero. It's possible you'll never be able to do that. In the context of everything that's happened, probably impossible to ever get rid of those thoughts. He's only here because he has to be, is probably what she's thinking every time you're with her. Which then leads me to question, do you trust her to be left on her own?
Well, of course I do.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Then what am I supposed to do? Leave her to fend for herself? I want to help her get better.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Just have to keep in mind that maybe she doesn't want you to help her.
Over towards the other girls who are smiling and laughing with each other. Sayori.
It's about time we wrapped up the club meeting, but hey, it was nice for us to talk with each other again. We have to do this again sometime. I really do like talking with you.
Right, yeah. I guess it's nice for me too. End up slightly dejected after this exchange though. Now a sinking feeling in the back of my mind about all of this. If I can't help Sayori, what do I feel like it's my obligation to anyway? Because I love her? Is that a valid enough reason to keep trying to help her? Yes. See, it's Monica's weird, bro. She's manipulating me. Because I'm like, her advice isn't bad. Like, it's weird. Bro, I think I'm being manipulated. Because that's what I'm like, it's weird. Because her advice isn't bad. Like, she's not giving wrong advice. She's making a good point. Like, you know, like, because he's like, I want to prove it to her. And it's like, but how will you do that? You won't be able to prove it by just constantly spending time with her, because every time she's going to think you're only here because of that. And then even then she asks him a really important question. Do you trust Sayori to be on her own? And if you don't, then that's kind of a problem, is it not? Like, it's weird. Like, because I'm like, is she manipulating him or is she being serious? Like, is that actually Monica giving honest advice about caring about Sayori? But also, just, is she trying to get two birds with one stone, you know? Trying to get more time to spend with MC, but also bringing up a good point to do it, you know? It's like one of those things where it's like, on one, you say, like, is it two birds with one stone? She still cares about Sayori, so she's like, hey, you shouldn't treat her differently. But on the other hand, she still wants to get more time with MC, so it's like, it just kind of works out in her favor. Because I refuse to believe she totally doesn't care about them at all. I feel like there's a lot of evidence here to show that she does still care about them. Like, so yeah, it's definitely a weird thing here. She might be subconsciously manipulative, but she's also right in MC needing to trust Sayori more. That's what I'm saying. It's like she could definitely be doing it for her own gain, but I think she's also legitimately concerned and trying to give legitimate advice. Like, I refuse to believe she doesn't feel anything for them. I feel like that is just wrong at this point. We are past Monica potentially, you know, feeling nothing. We know she feels something for each of them. I hate when the antagonist makes a good point. I like how he put quotations antagonist, because yeah, it's like, is she? It's like, who the hell is the antagonist? At this point, Sayori's depression is more the antagonist. Sayori's depression is more the... It's like, ah yes, let me look at the character list. Ah yes, the protagonists. Sayori, Yuri, Natsuki, and Monica. And the antagonist, Monica. It's just like, wait a minute, she's really both. Like, I don't know what to do here. That's kind of how base DDLC was, because she was the antagonist, but Monica was also like the protagonist of base DDLC when you think about it. Well, Dan even considers base DDLC to be Monica's story. The villain depression, just like real life, yeah, seriously. At this point, depression is Monica and depression are the fucking villains in this one, are the antagonists, while the protagonists are Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica again. We're gonna go for a little bit more of this day, then I'll probably end it.
Okay, everyone. Again, this meeting was shorter than usual, but I hope everyone had fun sharing their poems and learning more about each other. Yeah, it was great! Though not being able to read Yuri's poem was very noticeable. The club doesn't feel complete without her.
Yeah, I have to agree with her there. Reminds me, Monica, why did you lie about Yuri being bored with the club? Oh no.
Whoa.
Mood of the room completely shifts, and Natsuki's staring up at a seemingly calm Monica. It becomes pretty clear that a question like that completely threw her off her train of thought.
Why would I lie? I don't have any reason to lie about any of that.
Well then how come she never told us that she left for the reasons you told us yesterday? Did it not occur to you that Yuri's our friend, and that we would eventually ask for her side of the story?
She specifically asked me to mention not to bother her.
Clearly, she didn't mind us hanging out with her during lunchtime. Did you ever stop and think that maybe that's what Yuri needed? Did you ever take the time to think that, hey, this girl's leaving a club she clearly loves so much, maybe I should be there for her? All I really had to do was be there for her, Monica, not send her away from the club. Say whatever you want, but I know Yuri. You saying that she's bored with this club is just insulting to her. Monica suddenly snaps her fingers. She quickly changes to one of disappointment, almost as if she expected something to happen.
I'll take care of it.
Care of what? What do you mean?
Have a talk with Yuri. It's between me and her now.
Wait, you can't just... Monica quickly gathers her things and quickly leaves the club room. Jeez, so much for finding out why she lied. I don't even believe she's going to talk to Yuri at all.
Maybe she will. I know Monica too, and she never says things she isn't going to do them. Oh, her lying about why Yuri left the club definitely isn't like her.
Ah, so you guys have noticed it too, right? Monica hasn't been acting herself lately?
Yeah. I don't think I ever told you, Zero. Monica and I used to be quite close. So one day, she just pushed me away. Yeah, we still talk every once in a while, but it's mostly for club-related things. We haven't talked in a long time. Still wonder why.
Monica and I aren't exactly close. When I joined the club, she seemed friendly enough. But yeah, just like you mentioned, Sayori. There came a point when she suddenly stopped acting like herself. Was there anything that struck you guys as odd? Or, I mean, when was the first time you noticed it? Yeah, it was when she started messing around with my manga. You know, in the closet. Or she always talked about things like respecting one's interest and all that jazz. It wasn't a big deal or anything, right? The week you and Sayori were gone is when things started to get weird. Like, real weird. Husky's eyes widened for emphasis. First started acting super distant and shy. Almost like how Yuri would act. So bizarre. Make matters worse, whenever we confronted her about something, either relating to her or how she's feeling, she would completely blow us off. That was when Yuri decided to hang out with me a bit more as well. It's almost like the entire club started to change while you guys were gone.
For me, it was when I was back in the hospital. He always knew what to say, but he seemed so different from the Monica I knew. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound selfish. I hope it doesn't sound weird or anything. I hope you guys understand what I mean. I don't really feel like talking about this anymore.
Of course we do. I understand completely. Point is, we've all realized that Monica hasn't really been acting herself lately. Possible that things have been extremely stressful for her as well. I know how stressful school can be, and Monica's perfectionist, isn't she? Sayori nods. Right. Having so many things happen in such a short amount of time is probably overwhelming her. Yeah, good point.
She's a super perfectionist. Goes out of her way to make sure everything is right, no matter the cost. If something isn't going her way, she tends to be very hard on herself. Hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah, relate to that feeling. Alright, I understand then.
I'll hang out with her this weekend then. I did mention how her and I should talk more after all. Take her to the best ice cream parlor in town. I'm sure she'll appreciate having a nice break from everything.
That's nice of you, Natsuki. Thought you were still super upset with her or something. Oh, I am! I just don't think it's fair to leave her in the dirt either. Especially after considering that she's probably super stressed out.
You're such a good friend, Natsuki. Guess I just want to give Monica some space. Maybe that's what she needs.
Sure, I see your point there. I feel like we should take a bit more of a direct approach.
I don't think it's cool to leave friends behind.
You should come with us too. I think you really want to.
Well, I feel like I want to, but... No, it's okay. I shouldn't have said anything, honestly. Just remember to get her vanilla ice cream, okay? It's her favorite.
Sorry.
I'm okay. Zero, I feel like walking home by myself today. Is that okay with you?
Natsuki looks at me immensely, as if she was yelling at me to not let her leave the room by herself. At the same time, Monica's words are ringing in the back of my mind. Trust her to be left? Do you trust her to be left on her own?
Bruh.
Do I?
You don't have to answer that, actually. I'll be leaving now.
John attempts to grab her shoulder, but miss her by a short distance. Wait, I'll go with you. Let me just grab my things. Doesn't stop walking. As I quickly scramble to grab my things, she's already out the door. Idiot. I don't know what happened. I'm telling that to myself. Should have read the room. Don't stand there talking to me like a dummy. Go after her! Natsuki pushes me out of the club room and closes the door behind me. There's already quite far down the hallway, but still here. That's good. Turns around quickly, only to turn back and face forward. The look on her face was frightening, because I know that look all too well. Same face she made at the hospital. Bittersweet look that haunts me to my core. We start down the hallway and hope to catch up to her without running after her. Sayori, wait up for me! We live on the same street, silly! Wait up! And stop and disappears off to the right end of the hallway. Make matters worse, sounds like a storm is nearby. Wonderful timing. I quickly hurry down the hallway and hope to catch Sayori before the rain starts. Sayori! Sayori stops and turns around.
Thought I told you to let me walk home alone.
Yeah, but come on. Somebody let you walk through this rain alone.
And why not?
Well, why would I let you walk through the stormy weather on your own? That's depressing.
Yeah. And I guess it is, isn't it?
Okay, Sayori. No, I didn't mean it like that. Just don't want you to be alone right now.
You haven't given me a good reason as to why.
Do I need one? I'm your friend. Just don't want to see you like this.
Well, I hate to break this news to you, Zero.
She opens up her arms and points to herself.
This is me. If you don't want to see me like this, then you should let me walk home by myself.
No, I'm not going to let you do that.
And why not? You don't trust me, do you, Zero? You think I'm hopeless, don't you? It doesn't matter anyway. I already know the answer. I'm the reason Monica's so stressed. I'm the reason why Yuri's feeling so upset. All because Sarah loudly sobs uncontrollably. I'm supposed to be there to support my friends. And instead I
That's out a loud cry.
I'm so selfish. I'm so selfish. It's my fault. The club isn't the same because of me. It's all my fault. And you're getting stressed because
Sayori! Placed my hand on her shoulder and stared directly into her eyes. Stop. Just stop. Keep telling yourself all those things, you end up believing them. Is it hard for you to believe that I'm here because I care about...
Yes. Yes, it is.
I slowly let go of Sayori. The makeup on Sayori's neck begins to wash away, feeling her bruise.
I don't expect you to understand me, Zero. Nobody does.
But I want to try.
I don't want you to. Wouldn't life be much easier for you? Just stopped worrying about me?
No, not like that. It's... I promised myself that I'll always stick by your side. Through thick and thin. 'Cause that's what best friends do.
How do I know you're not just doing this because of what happened? Don't try to answer that. I think I already know the answer.
Down at the floor and doesn't look back up. Sayori? No response. Now she appears completely unresponsive. Just in a state of catonia. Can I walk you home? Well, nothing. And the rain doesn't seem to show any signs of stopping either. So I walk close to her, after attempting to wrap my arms around her. She only backs away.
Zero.
Start to hear her soft voice over the loud sounds of the pouring rain.
Just let me walk home by myself. Please. What I want.
Well, sort of live on the same street and all. So I have to head down the same road anyway. I just scratch my head and look down at my feet. If you really insist on walking home by yourself, at least give you a head start.
What do you mean?
Head start. Give you 10 seconds to walk ahead of me, then I'll be right behind you after that. Is that okay at least? Sarah wipes her tears away and sniffles.
Yeah. Yes, that's okay. Thank you, Zero.
Only nod in response. Without hesitation, turns around, adjusts her bag, and heads down the street towards her neighborhood. As promised, I wait the 10 seconds I said I'd give her. That being the most excruciating 10 seconds of my entire life. Her slowly walk away by herself worries me to my absolute core. Begins to hammer in the idea that maybe I'm only worried about her because of what happened. How can I not be? I don't want anything bad to happen to her. That's 10 seconds. Start down the road. They're still within speaking distance from me, but I decided our conversation is pretty much over now. Really let her have this. Any more pestering would probably do more harm than good. Yuri's words ring back to me. You should believe in her a little bit. Best you can do for her right now. How can I? Can I be there for Sayori and still trust her enough that she won't hurt herself like before? What am I supposed to do? She now walks over towards the left side of her neighborhood, towards her house. I let out a heavy sigh and walk towards my own. Trust. To trust that she'll be okay. Because that's what she wants. Walk into my house and throw my soaked bag on the floor. Not really caring too much about any sign of any of my papers or books. Sure, they'll be fine anyway. Bring me up to the restroom to shower and then get ready to work on some homework assignments. Nothing like a nice warm shower after a long day of school. At my desk and pull out some papers from my desk. He sits at his desk and he pulls out papers from his desk. They're past due assignments that I really have to get started on. Well, it's 2 days late now, and that's pretty unacceptable on most teacher standards. I have no idea what I'm doing. These are all English class assignments. In other words, things that Sayori usually helps me out with. Because I've been putting them off. I don't want to bother with these things either. What do I know from the literature club that could help me with my English homework? Duh. Pull out my phone from my pocket and search for Yuri in my contacts. Man, I'm a hang up. Hello? Hey, Yuri. How are you? Oh, I'm doing
Why
fine.
was it so worrying?
No, I didn't click left. I left click. Sorry, that was my fault.
Oh, I was like, or what are they doing? Why are they?
I didn't know. I saw a
Like,
little
what is
arrow
this
down
going
there,
on?
and I was like, oh, I was supposed to do something. Can I just make Yuri just like...
You just make her not answer.
Oh, no, it just stops after a while.
As it's not meant. It's not set to loop, I guess.
Yeah. Well, as great as I can... I'm doing fine. How are you? Well, as great as I can be during a rainstorm. Really pouring out there, isn't it? Indeed. I adore this weather. Why do you keep bringing up the weather with her? Listen, I need some help with this English assignment. Something about Shakespeare's Hamlet. I know nothing about it. Ah, yes, Shakespeare. He made wonderful works of literature. To thine own self be true. What? Sorry. What is it you need help with exactly? A summary? Mr. Yuri's a lot more confident over the phone. His sentences are clear and concise, and doesn't seem to stutter at all. Just summary of events, really. And then it says I have to analyze Hamlet's character. I see. Alright, then I'll start at the beginning. I'll keep it simple for you. Mary begins to explain the entirety of Hamlet over the phone, but she does it in such a way that I'm able to fill out each question on my assignment without any trouble. Now, let's take a break for now. My hand is killing me. I apologize. That's a lot to take down all at once. Yeah, you really seem to know a lot about Hamlet, though. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Not even my favorite story of his. The Tempest is a wonderful fantasy tale. I'm not sure you'll be familiar with that. Oh, gee, thanks. I'm sorry, I guess I just assumed. I'm kidding. You're absolutely right. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, well, I'm a huge fan of Romeo and Juliet. It's such a beautiful tragedy. I am familiar with that one, at least. Speaking of tales of love, how are you and Sayori doing? I just realized, wait, it just came to my attention. He doesn't fucking know about Hamlet?
No, he's an idiot.
It just came to my, I just realized. I was like, he doesn't know what the fuck Hamlet was?
He's stupid.
See? Come on now. How are you and Sayori doing? I know I asked you this earlier today, but... It's alright. It's, Geez, I don't know at that moment. Like we had a fight or anything, but it doesn't feel like I can just hit her up whenever I want to either. I don't really know if it's okay to talk about this sort of thing. I apologize for getting into your business. I shouldn't have asked. No, it's okay, really. I just, I guess I could use a little bit of lady advice, you know? Oh, that's a little embarrassing to talk about over the phone. Oh, geez, not that, Yuri. Come on. Oh. Both let an awkward silence take over the phone call for a moment. Look, I'm having some trouble trying to trust Sayori. Like, I guess I feel the need to always be there for her no matter what. Just give her space.
Just give her space.
You don't gotta be a dog about. You don't gotta stick by her by a dog. Just don't forget about her. That's all. That's all it is.
What do I do?
Yeah, so I was like, let her. She can be at her house alone. You can see her tomorrow. You can still, you know, say, hey, Sayori, want to have lunch together today? Just don't forget about her. That's all it is. Bro needs to ask Yuri for this.
Dummy.
I understand now. You feel like you need to make up lost time since you two are childhood friends? I mean, that's part of it. But I don't like the idea that it's the entire reason why I'm spending time with her.
And I guess factoring what happened a few weeks ago.
Yeah, she's pretty much convinced that I'm only spending time with her because of that.
Well, be honest with yourself, Zero. Are you?
No? Well, am I supposed to know the answer to that?
Zero, you know I'm probably the wrong person to ask about this type of thing, right?
Huh? Why is that?
Well, you know I'm not very good with people. Take my advice with a grain of salt. I can tell you what I think and what I do personally.
Sure, that works for me.
So, actions speak louder than words. If you keep trying so hard and going out of your way to act like some sort of protector, she's only going to feel more burdened by it all. I'm not saying to stop what you're doing, of course. It's just for me personally, what you're doing only seems to further cement her mentality that you're doing this because of what happened. In other words, don't treat her like someone who needs help or anything like that. You don't want Sarah to keep thinking that you're only helping her for the sake of it.
But isn't that super confusing? I want to go out of my way to help the girl I care about.
That's what makes this situation so difficult. I wouldn't really know how to help with that exactly.
Man, this really does suck, you know?
I understand, Zero. I will say this, however. You're a wonderful friend, and Sayori's lucky to have you in her life.
You really think so?
I know so.
Hmm.
I know it's hard to see her suffering, though, Zero. It's probably extremely burdensome. But I do know if you keep doing what you're doing, you'll end up exhausting yourself. Of course, that's just my personal opinion on the matter. Like I said earlier, I'm not very good with this stuff.
Well, how could I ask you for... Well, could I ask you for your opinion on another thing?
Sure, what is it?
You already know that Sayori takes antidepressants, right? You think they help? Yuri stays quiet Yuri stays quiet for a while. Probably thinking about the right words to say.
I believe they do, but they don't always help.
Huh? Really?
I don't know. I've never taken any myself. There are cases where they work, and some where they don't help at all. But I do know that they're pretty well regarded in mental health talks.
But what's the point of prescribing something that only has a chance of working?
I don't think I can answer that. I don't want to assume.
Right. I'm sorry for putting you on the spot like that. Not right of me.
No, it's okay. I'm glad you asked me. I'm just not the best person to talk to with this stuff like this.
Right. It's okay, though. I really appreciate you hearing me out. Wasn't really how I thought this phone call would turn out.
Me neither, but I'm glad we had this talk either way.
And how about you? How are you doing?
Monica talked to me earlier today.
Oh, she did? About what?
She asked me to return to the club. But it didn't seem sincere at all.
Huh. I see. You know, Sarah and Natsuki both mentioned how she's been acting a little strange recently.
Now that you mention it. You're right. She has changed a bit since she and I first met. Seems more irritable and less approachable. Pretty much the opposite of the Monica I met when the club first started.
So it's official then. We've all noticed it. Natsuki mentioned that she's going to be hanging out with her this weekend, which we all figured is what she needs.
That's good. Good on Natsuki's part as well. She doesn't usually make the effort to hang out with others.
I see.
Oh, that should be a long enough break now, We should get back to that assignment.
Yeah, let's get back to it. Yuri helps me finish up the last part of my assignment. We both call it a night. I stretch in my chair before getting up and heading over towards my bed. Also, I forgot to mention this when it happened, but yeah, I do like how Natsuki's like, yeah, we're not just gonna like leave her or anything. And it's like, hey, you're a good friend, Natsuki. Yeah, Natsuki, you're a good friend after just yelling at Monica. And then later acknowledging that she's probably stressed out. It's like, Natsuki's a fine friend. Natsuki's a good friend. She ain't the best, but she's definitely a good one. She's a good one, but she is not the best one. As I signed to the bed sheets, I get a glimpse of Sayori's house outside my bedroom window. Should I call her, or should I just leave her be? No, Yuri's right. Trust and believe in her a little more. I'm sure Sayori would appreciate that. Right? She's good when she's not angry. Yeah. Basically. I was like, God damn it, I didn't think that Yuri call was gonna happen, but there you go. Now that's a good stopping point. I was waiting for the day to end. And I think this would be a good stopping point. What are we gonna open up with though? Oh! Monica dialogue! Oh no! Oh,
Next part's gonna be spicy.
Spicy.
Next part's gonna be spicy. But yeah, things are going pretty interesting. I like this. So yeah, so he seems to be making better friends with Yuri this time. I think I remember Base Salvation. I don't remember MC hanging out with the other girls too much. If I recall, they kind of had their problems. I think he just solved them, and then they just kind of got like side pushed. Oh, this one definitely, I do like that the girls feel more like actual supporting characters instead of, you know, not really existing all too much. This still definitely feels like a Sayori mod though, obviously, because, you know, Sayori is obviously the focus. She is here for a majority of the mod, and she shows up for a majority of it. But I just do like that the club isn't exactly, you know, pushed all the way to the side where it's like, oh my god, it's Yuri. To where I don't have to, to where, you know, I don't have to say that. I definitely do like that that's not the case. More Yuri's a good thing. I'm assuming the same's probably gonna happen with Natsuki eventually soon. Like, I'm assuming Yuri's getting her part, and then eventually we'll probably get to see Natsuki appear a bit more and all that jazz. But, yeah. That is it for now, though. Curious to see what's going on here. I'm curious, though, to see the Monica Natsuki weekend thing. It's actually going to happen now. I want to see what happens there. That sounds interesting. Also, I forgot to mention this, but I do like, before I end it, I do like that the girls, they see Monica acting differently, and they do see her as, like, they feel bad. It's not like Monica's different. Monica's an ass. I hate her. You know, it's like something's wrong with her. She's changed. Like, you know, they're actually worried about Monica. And I like that because that is very much in character and how I feel these girls would act. I don't think they would just instantly turn on Monica because she starts acting differently and be like, she's mean. I hate her now. Like, they are actually concerned about her because they're like, Monica didn't act like this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're more concerned than just straight up trying to just, you know, instantly forget about their friend. So, yeah. I like that. I like that. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Zero. Peace.
Bye.